Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you happen to be watching this. We're here for the second video. I wonder at what point will I stop saying like second video, third video. I'll probably stop after this one. I'm still not great at the intros. I still feel very awkward. This might be the fourth or fifth time that I've tried to start this video. In my defense, I did record an intro clip and then realised that it was on slow-mo. So that was great. So here we go again. But yes, today's video is just going to be a good old-fashioned full day of eating because I always just find these videos so interesting. It's kind of cool to just see what other people eat. Obviously, I'm in my off season. I'm trying to get wham. I'm eating a good bit of food, and hopefully this video will just give you like some inspiration of like different meals, different foods that you could try. I'm not the most, no, do you know what? I was going to say like, oh, I'm not the most creative with food, but I actually think my meals are really, really nice. But obviously I think they're nice. That's why I fucking eat them every single day. But either way, it might just give you a little bit of inspiration. I know there's people out there who are like, you shouldn't post full days of eating because it suggests that if someone eats like you, they're gonna look like you. I don't think anybody watching this is that fucking dumb to think that if you just eat these foods, you're gonna look like me. Obviously not. But yeah, it might just be interesting to see how I do things with my own nutrition. So what I'm just gonna do is sit down and quickly chat through like my calories, my macros, my kind of general overview philosophy of nutrition, how I set things up, and then I will just show you the meals, show you the foods. So thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, if you do enjoy the videos, or even if you don't enjoy the videos, please don't forget to subscribe and comment down below and tell me that you love me. Okay, I will catch you in the next clip. I don't think I really need to say things like that. Catch you in the next clip. That's really fucking annoying. Okay, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so before we dive into the video, let's chat a little bit about what my day of food is going to look like, kind of how I set up my own nutrition, what matters, what doesn't matter. So I'm currently on about 2,700, 2,800 calories. I hit around 190 grams of protein, 380 grams of carbs, and about 50 to 55 grams of fat. So I basically get given macros per meal by my coach. He either does a meal plan or macros per meal. I personally always prefer macros. I've been tracking my calories and macros since I was like 16, 17, and I'm nearly 28. So it's been a long fucking time. I'm very, very good at tracking. I'm highly skilled at tracking. I know how to do it well, and I also know what works for me. Personally, I don't like the idea of being on like a completely strict meal plan. Now, I essentially make my own meal plan with the calories and macros that I'm given, but I do still have a little bit of flexibility there. But like I said, I get given macros per meal, and so when I hit the macros per meal that are assigned to me, that's essentially those targets is what I'm hitting. Now, with my calories being a little bit higher, I'm not as obsessive about exactly hitting the macros per meal. Like for example, I'm supposed to do like 50 carb at one meal, 75 at another. I pretty much adhere to that, but if I want to take some carbs from one meal and put them in another, I'm not going to stress about that because I know it doesn't matter for my performance outcomes or for my body composition outcomes, okay? Now, obviously when I am looking at my diet and how I set that up, there's a few things that I'm really trying to make sure are in check. First off, I want to make sure that I enjoy my diet, right? Like, in order to be able to stick to pretty similar calories and be able to stick to your diet consistently for long periods of time, which is what you gotta do if you're trying to build muscle or diet, you need to enjoy those foods, right? So I obviously enjoy the meals that I'm eating, yeah? But I also like to have a little bit of flexibility, okay? Again, I eat very similarly most days, but I might swap my dinners around or change the fucking toppings on my creamy, stuff like that. That's enough flexibility for me. They need to be meals that are going to digest well, right? Digestion is so fucking important. One of the biggest reasons that a lot of people can't stay in a surplus for long enough is because their digestion goes to shit, literally. I am pretty fortunate. I've always had really good digestion, so it's never really too much of an issue for me, but it's still something you want to be aware of. I know that there's certain foods don't sit great with me. For example, I can't really have much dairy. I'm trying to cut it out at the moment, which is so sad because I fucking love 0% Greek yogurt, and I was having it when I moved here. Basically in Canada you can get it lactose free, and I'm not great with lactose. So I fell in love with Faye over there. Then I moved here and I was like, I'll just try the normal one, and I was honestly getting on fine, but then my skin broke out really badly in the last 3 weeks. I don't know if it's the Greek yogurt or if it's potentially being on cycle or just other things. So I've taken it out for now. I'm not having anything dairy. I'm not having really any dairy. I'll see, once I'm home from my Ibiza, I might experiment with adding it back in. Obviously, my skin's clearing up now, so I don't want to mess with it before I go on holidays, basically. So yeah, don't really have any dairy. I do have things like whey isolate. I can digest that. That's fine. Aside from that, most foods digest pretty well. But again, I like to keep it simple. Majority of my diet is nutrient dense whole foods. I really do think if you eat shit, you will feel shit, okay? Now, do I have the odd thing? Like, obviously I eat fucking bagels and cereal and stuff like that, but I also eat a lot of fruits, a lot of veggies, a lot of good whole foods because they digest well. If they digest well, I'm gonna feel good, my energy is gonna be good. If I feel good and my energy is good, guess what happens? I go into the gym, I'm able to train really fucking hard and progress well. If you're digesting your food well, you're gonna be taking up those nutrients better, right? There's no point slamming 800 grams of carbs and you're fucking shitting out 400 grams of those. You're not actually digesting it. There's no point because then you're not going to use it for its purpose. Same with like your protein. If you're not digesting your protein sources, guess what? Those amino acids not going into the bloodstream, not being utilized for repair, recovery and growth. So digestion, really, really important there as well. And then, like I said, loads of vitamins, loads of minerals, loads of nutrients, loads of fiber. You'll see it's a common theme. Like my food, I eat a lot of fruits and veggies because I enjoy them and they taste fucking good. I don't like processed foods. I truly think if you just eat shit when you're in a surplus for the sake of it, like I said before, you're gonna feel shit. Okay. And again, I'm always paying attention to pre and post workout nutrition, making sure I have good amount of carbohydrates pre, good amount of carbohydrates post. First to fuel my session and then to recover from my session. I'm going to show you exactly how I laid those out anyway. But yeah, that's kind of like my main things that I'm thinking about when it comes to setting up my diet. Obviously, as calories get higher, I'm going to be looking at more lower volume foods, okay? Things like wraps, pasta, that sort of stuff, cereal. But right now, honestly, like my appetite is still really fucking good. It takes a lot for me to be like really full to the point that I can't eat. Like, I don't think I've ever really been at that point, maybe once, like 3 years ago, but yeah, January, like, I could eat a fucking house. I could eat a house? That's definitely not a phrase. I could eat a horse? Is that what they say? I could eat like a horse? Basically, I can eat a lot of fucking food, you know? I really don't struggle with that. And it's because like I said, I enjoy my foods and I enjoy my meals. But yeah, high quality, nutrient dense. Also, I just want to touch on the protein because I know there's going to be people who are like, you eat 190 grams of protein, that's ridiculous. Okay, the way my food is laid out, at every single meal, I eat 5 meals a day. At each one of those meals, I have 25 grams of protein directly from the protein source. However, because my carbohydrates are up at about 380 now, there's some indirect proteins coming from that, so that's contributing to the total protein content of the day. That's why it sounds so high. That's taking into account all of the various proteins from direct and indirect sources. But at each meal, you'll see I have a serving of protein from a direct protein source that gives me 25 grams of protein. So that's why it looks high, just because I know some people will shit the bed and be like, you don't need 190 grams of protein. It's like 160, 170 when I'm eating closer to maintenance, which for someone who's like 150 pounds, that's pretty fucking normal, okay? And again, taking anabolics, so the more protein, the better, I guess. Okay, that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to touch on. I didn't plan this portion. I probably should have, but I'll just explain what I'm eating, why I'm having it as we go throughout the day. So yeah, hopefully you get some inspiration and just are curious to see what I'm eating. Okay, so we are just back from a walk and it helps if I actually have the time up. As you can see, it's 10 a.m. So I wake up at like 5:15, 5:30. Don't eat until now just because I like to stay fasted for the first part of the day because I'm very productive then. I get a lot of work done and I'm usually just not hungry until now. This is what works for me. Obviously, if my food was super, super high, if I was on like 600 carb a day, I'd probably start eating a little bit earlier. But right now, I have no issues with fitting my meals in within this time frame. So birth meal, breakfast, which is also my pre-workout meal. So I'm gonna have 230 mils of egg whites. I have some tomatoes, a bagel with peanut butter and jam, and a banana. So we've got a combination of protein, which is obviously really important for recovery. We've got some carbohydrates, both in the form of a starch as well as fruit, so that we're taking them up efficiently. I've got some fats to slow down the digestion, and then tomatoes because I like them, and vegetables are good, even though tomato is technically a fruit. like I said, first meal, egg whites seasoned with normal salt and low salt. Really important that you're staying on top of your electrolyte balance. Obviously it's really important for your performance in the gym. Obviously this is my pre-workout meal. Want to make sure that's going to be optimized. It is fucking sweating balls. Like I've said many times in these videos, it's really hot in Spain, so I'm sweating a lot, which means I'm losing a lot of salt as well as water. So I just want to make sure I have a decent amount of electrolytes going in before I train, help me with getting a good pump, all that sort of stuff. Tomatoes then, I don't track my vegetables. I do get asked about this quite a lot. I actually don't recommend tracking vegetables, but I do recommend keeping them consistent. When I'm in a prep or in a diet, I will weigh them so that I know the amounts are the same day to day, but I won't track them, okay? Because I've been the person in the past who will take vegetables away when my calories get reduced rather than taking away like a direct carb source, which that is just not good. You always want to make sure you're keeping in a good intake of vegetables. So I just don't track them. The amount of calories that's in them is pretty negligible. So as long as you're just keeping that consistent. When I'm in an off season, I don't weigh them. I just eyeball them. Like it doesn't really matter if I'm off by 50 calories a day because I had a bit more vegetables or a bit more broccoli one day. But I do want to make sure I'm still having a good amount for digestion. If I'm a bit hungrier, I'll have more one day. If I'm less hungry, I'll have less the next. It's not that deep. Fruits I will always weigh, like everything else, but for me weighing shit like vegetables, sugar-free sauces, I save that for prep because I don't need to be doing that year round. It's actually too much. This is my idea of flexibility and balance. And then I have my bagel, my New York Bakery bagel. You'll notice that there's things like the New York Bakery bagel, the Pippin Nut peanut butter. I was in the UK last weekend and I literally brought home a suitcase of stuff from the UK because there's certain foods that you just can't get here. You can get bagels and shit, but it's just, they're nicer. They're nicer from home. So whenever I do go home, I make sure that I stock up. So yeah, this basically been, I've basically eaten this breakfast for like fucking 6 years, some variation of it. I'll add bits when I'm in a gaining phase, like the banana, take bits away when I'm dieting, like the banana. But bagel, peanut butter, jam, it's been a staple for so fucking long. You would have to pry it from my cold dead hands before I will give that up. So I'm gonna eat this now and then I'm gonna train. All right, I'm just heading to the gym, but I had to show you my outfit because I'm a little bit obsessed, mostly because of the fucking shoes. So I got these shoes yesterday. I'm sorry. Like, can we actually just? So I went into, I'm like, look, I'm a bit of a shoe whore. I love a pair of Jordans. And I went into JD Sports and I was like, I'm not looking, but if I see something and it catches my eye, I might just get it. And I walked in and I saw these shoes and I was like, oh my God, because I have so much shit that's like this color. So I was like, it's going to match all my gym outfits. Like I have so many bits. I've been falling in love with like greens and forest greens and mints and stuff. So I've got the Dark Sport Wolf Sports Bra. These are Muscle Nation shorts. And then I've got my freaking, the lighting's not great, my freaking matching shoes. I'm sorry. Slay. I'm in love. I'm actually so obsessed. But like, you know when you get new shoes like this, you're like, I don't actually want to wear them because they're going to get dirty. But I know, and I am that bitch. I'd buy Jordans to wear them to the gym. But guess what? The gym is the only fucking place I go. The gym is my catwalk. So it is what it is. But yeah. I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm just doing my intro workout. So I do a scoop of EAAs. These are like a 1% thing. Like, do you need them? Maybe not. Do I like flavored water? Yes. So I drink them. Oh, there's not many left.
If you were to count, how many EAAs are there?
Oh, I'd say there's like 8 EAAs.
Oh no, not even a full array.
Not even a full array. It's okay, we have more coming in the post. Muscle! Okay. Then I'm gonna do pre-workout. I'm gonna do the defib now. This is it's in one big block. So can I have a spoon, please? I'm gonna have to like mush it up. Will I just eat it?
No, that wouldn't be good. I don't think.
I was joking. Or was I?
Just fucking crush it up and snort it.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I think I did eat it the other day and I was like, that wasn't pleasant. I'll just put my creatine in my pre-workout just cause I don't want to dry scoop it every single day. We are finally home from the gym. It's like 2:30. We're always long on a Sunday, but it's okay because we're not in a rush. It's fine. So I'm just having my post workout now. So I'm having 30 grams of whey isolate because I can't digest normal whey protein. Whey isolate is processed to remove some of the lactose, and I always find that it doesn't cause me any issues. I'm using the Perform strawberry cream, which is delicious. 200 mils of almond milk just in a shake, and then 110 grams of cereal. I've got the combo of the Choco-Pick and Cocoa Pops. It's unreal. And then 120 grams of banana, which I slice up and put into the cereal. It's so fucking good. I just started doing this. Before, I was like dipping the banana in the Cocoa Pops and eating it, but then I discovered slicing it up and putting it in, and it's so fucking good. I eat my cereal dry because I've always done that. I fucking cannot stand soggy cereal. So I eat cereal dry. Post-workout, we just want something quick, easy, fast digesting, good quality source of protein. Post-workout, we're quite insulin sensitive, which means we're just in a position to uptake carbohydrates pretty rapidly. I also like to have the combination of like cereal and fruit. Again, different type of carbohydrate sources, which are going to be taken up through different carbohydrate transporters, just for like more efficient uptake basically. So that's it. Also, I was having chicken and rice post-workout, but it's too hot to have hot food post-workout. So we're back to the cold. We're back to shaking cereal. So I'm gonna chow down on this now. It's time for meal 3. So I'm having what has been a bit of an obsession lately. So I've got wraps with barbecue sauce, chicken, veg. So I've got peppers, white cabbage, carrot, garlic and onion. And then I've got, did I say chicken? I can't remember. Chicken with fajita seasoning on it, or I cooked it on fajita seasoning. And then almond butter and pineapple. I swear to God, barbecue sauce, pineapple and almond butter. Oh my God, such a fucking good combination. Like I just kind of came across it by accident, but if you haven't had almond butter on chicken yet, try it. Like you will, it's so good. I started doing it when I was fat loading during my photo shoot prep, which at the time I was like, oh my God, fucking, I'm so sick of almond butter, but it's actually delicious. So I love this. I don't like a big, huge meal. It's about 4 p.m. now. I don't like a big, huge meal at this time. Like I'm pretty hungry, don't get me wrong, but I want something that's just like quick. And then what I also did while I was cooking was I cooked up like 3 portions of chicken. So that's my chicken for today, tomorrow and Tuesday. That's how I like meal prep. I don't like properly prep meals, but what I will do is like bulk cook some things, bulk chop some things. So I'm gonna go eat that, and this should keep me going until like 6 or so. Okay, so it is dinner time and I'm going to be having burgers, well, burger, singular, and potatoes. So I just chopped up my potatoes. They are parboiling and then I'm going to air fry them. But I have to show you guys something. So in Spain, you basically can't get like lean mince. They don't do it, right? It's only like 12% fat mince, but obviously we're trying to be fucking skinny queens, or just, you know, we don't want high saturated fat content from red meat basically. But I love making things with lean mince, like pasta, burgers. So I bought a mincer from Amazon, and honestly it was only like €50. It's the best fucking thing I've ever bought. So what I do is I just buy fillet and yoho, which is really, it's fillet steak. It's really, really low fat. And I just fucking mince it myself. And it's great. It's great. So I'm going to show you now how I mince my food, or mince my meat. Like literally, I put this on my story one day and one of my clients was like, you're in your butcher era. I was like, yes, it's the best thing I've ever heard of. So I'm just going to chop it first. You can see this. Oh God. Okay, it's very loud. Sorry to any vegetarians who are watching this, or vegans, but I like how fucking cool. Like, if there's one thing I'll say about me, it's that I'm thrifty. Like, if I want something, I will find a way to get it. So yeah, my own Mincer, so now I'm just gonna make burgers with that. It's like, literally, like, honestly, like one of my best purchases of 2025. 2024? 2024, it's 2024. Well, that and my Ninja Creamy, which I'm gonna use later. So this is how to make the best chips ever, and I'm Irish, so I know my shit when it comes to cooking potatoes. So parboil, like slice them, parboil them for about 6-7 minutes until you can like almost pinch it with a fork, like it shouldn't break apart. Then you want to drain it. Then, well, I did put them down on kitchen roll, put more kitchen roll on top and pat them dry. They need to be dry before they go in, otherwise they go fucking soggy. Put them in the air fryer, and then I have put on some of this all seasoning salt. The chicken flavor seasoning is also really nice. I did garlic. I did low salt. I don't put any normal salt on them in here just because the all seasoning has like a bit of sodium in it, so I don't really feel the need to add more, otherwise it'd be super salty. Then the trick is baking powder. So I just sprinkle a bit of baking powder on top and then spray them with fry light, and then I also did some pepper, and then you're gonna shake light. Sorry, I can't sing, so I'm gonna stop singing. And then I'll usually just add like a little bit more seasoning on top, just like a little bit more thing, and some pepper and some of this, and then pop them. Oh god. And then pop them in the air fryer for 20 minutes and they will be the best fucking chips, I swear to God, you've ever eaten. I'm sorry, but how good does that look? Burger and chips is a fucking staple bulking meal. Always make sure you air fry the bun. Always air fry the bun. So here we have it, dinner. So it's 350 grams of potato, 110 grams of mince, burger bun, peas and corn, which I fucking love. And I did ketchup and mustard on the burger with some onion, grilled onion. It's key. Sometimes I'll do barbecue sauce, but I have barbecue sauce in the wraps, and if I don't know why, but I don't like to do the same condiment twice in a day. Explain. Who knows? So I've got the aircon on because it's fucking hot. Not gonna lie, my appetite, I'm not that hungry today, which I think I said earlier, like, yeah, my appetite's always high. Not super hungry today, but like, I know I'm gonna eat this, don't you fucking worry. I will never not finish a meal. And then we just have one meal left, so I always go for a walk in between my kind of like dinner and last meal, just for digestion, although it is fucking so hot. Take a shot every time Emma says it's so hot. I'd say I'm so annoying. I'm probably the most annoying YouTuber to watch. Definitely the most annoying YouTuber to watch. Anyway, gonna eat this, go on a walk, and then we just got a creamy left, which I will show you how I make it. Okay, it's time for the final meal. It's time for the creamy. So like I said at the start of the video, I'm trying to cut out dairy, cut out my baby Faye 0% Greek yogurt, which I normally was having for my last meal, which I do miss dearly, but the creamy is a good second option. So I obviously have the creamy that I froze last night, but I'm gonna just show you how I make my creamy for tomorrow, because when I'm prepping my one tonight, I always make the one for tomorrow. So I'm gonna show you how I make that. So for the base, I always just do 175 mils of almond milk. That'll do. Then I will do a scoop of whey isolate, which is 30 grams. And then what I will also do is 2 grams of xanthan gum. So if you have normal whey protein, you might not need the xanthan gum, but because whey isolate doesn't really have any like carbs or fats, it can be just a bit like thin. And you can also use sugar-free Jello packets, I believe. I just do 2 grams of this. That's a load. That's enough. And then depending what flavors you want, I always recommend doing some sort of flavor drops. So I always do vanilla in everything just to give it like sweetness. And then I'm actually also going to do I'm gonna do a little bit of cocoa powder. Sorry, I'm not great at weighing these things. I'm just gonna do like, yeah, that's loads. And what I'm also gonna add is this. These orange, oh guys, these orange drops. Oh my god, so it's like chocolate orange. It's fucking 10 out of 10. And then I'll have this with like Biscoff tomorrow and it's gonna be amazing. And here's one I prepared yesterday. This is white chocolate hazelnut. So I put this in on light ice cream setting. As you can see, it's a little bit like bitty. So I just add like a little, like a teeny bit of almond milk in. And then I am doing frozen raspberries and meringue, which is, oh, the meringue is so key. Try, if you can have Greek yogurt with some vanilla flavor drops, meringue, frozen raspberries and peanut butter is like, oh, chef's kiss. But this will do for now. So what I do is like 15-ish grams of the frozen raspberries I put in, and then I do like 3 grams of the meringue as a mix in, and then I put the rest on top. I'm gonna put that in the microwave for a few minutes just to make them a bit less frozen. And there we have it. My creamy with frozen raspberries, meringue, and some peanut butter. Delicious. It actually is so good. The best flavor combination ever. Okay, I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna chill. And that's gonna wrap up this full day of eating. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, appreciate my tiny little, this is the special small spoon for the creamy. Does anybody else have like specific cutlery for specific foods? I've graduated from my tiny fork that I was using to eat when I was dieting for every single meal. I use normal size forks now, but the teeny spoon for my creamy is very cute. Okay, love you.